Hi, this is Jeff, local SEO expert here at Pain-Free Dental Marketing. Today, we're going to take a look at your local demographic through a really neat tool. Let's go take a look.
Batch Geo is a fantastic tool for finding out exactly where your current patient base is coming from. What we do is we pull in data from your patient management software, enter it into Batch Geo, and it's going to give us a map that looks like this of your existing patient base. Why this is important is basically we can find out where are the barriers that are stopping people from coming to your practice. For instance, this highway here, 29, looks like only a few patients ever come from this area. Because of that, we don't want to target anywhere east of 29. We don't want to waste our money, our marketing budget on areas that don't return a good amount of patients. Same thing with how much of the budget do we want to spend in certain areas. So this practice is around this area here. You can tell that the majority of their patients come from this little bubble right here. A few up here in this close by city, but it does look like the primary area to target will be around the practice here. Again, you don't want to waste any money in the dead spots here. And to a lesser extent, we might target this area to the east. But again, these barriers tell us, that we don't want to pass over this highway and this highway. And that's why this tool is amazing, because you can actually see what's stopping your patients from coming to you and allows us to target our ads much more efficiently. You can even get down to the neighborhood area. So if you zoom in, you can see what neighborhoods. For instance, this neighborhood seems to have plenty of patients that we can draw from, while other neighborhoods might only, pull in one or two. So if we want to get down to the nitty-gritty and really target a neighborhood, we can know which ones are most likely, due to their economic background, to actually come in and actually schedule an appointment. So let's jump into exactly how to set up an account and then how to create a map. So this service is month to month. However, we are only going to need to use it one time. So go to batchgeo.com/pricing. It's $15 to sign up for the light version, which is all we need. Again, once we create this map, we'll be able to cancel the account immediately. So it's a one-time $15 charge. Definitely worth finding out exactly where to spend your budget over the lifetime of your marketing campaigns. Once you've signed up for that account, go ahead and log into Batch Geo, and we're going to now teach you how to get the right data to plug into Batch Geo. All right, so the next step here for us is to pull in patient data from your patient management software and place it into Batch Geo to make a map. So the very first thing I suggest is keeping it around 5 years of data. After that, the information is a little stale. The demographic may have changed a bit, so let's keep it to about 5 years, depending on how long your practice has been around. This data can be pulled from your patient software many different ways. Typically, I suggest contacting a member of staff if you don't know how to pull this information yourself. Someone in your staff should know how to do it for your specific patient management software. If not, you can also contact support, and they can walk you through how to pull an Excel sheet of your patients in the past 5 years based on their first visit date. So here's an example of what an Excel sheet would look like once you've pulled in that data. Now, again, we're going to want to make sure to pull out columns that don't matter to Batch Geo. So to do that, let's go over which ones we do need. We do need last name, first name, address, city, state, zip code, and first visit date. Anything else we can clean out. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right. Now that we've cleaned it up to the columns that we need, the next step is to get rid of anything that's empty. Basically, if someone set up an account and never put in the address, we don't want that information in Batch Geo. Or let's say they never put in a first visit date. They might have never shown up for that first visit. We're going to get rid of that as well. So go ahead and select all the columns up top here from G to A. And we're going to sort by address. And again, we're going to keep it from order A to Z. And again, that shows us all the addresses next to each other and all the ones without addresses. So we can go ahead and select all these and delete them. We also do the same thing with first visit date. So let's say if there's a few in here that actually your list is going to be much longer. So go ahead and select all those again, sort by first visit date, order A to Z. All right. And now if there are ones in here that are empty, you're going to want to delete those. All right. So the last thing we have to do is get this first visit date down to only the year that they visited. So go ahead and select that first visit date column. We're going to go again to data, text to columns. It should automatically start with it selected as delimited. Select next. And the delimiters, we're going to want other to be the /. Select next. And we're going to go column by column. So selecting this general term here, select date. And we're going to do that for each one of these columns. Date and date. There we go. And now you can select finish. And it has separated it out over here to the year. We can delete this little bit of extra data here. And shift the cells left. There we go. Now, since this is not really their first visit date, it's really the year, we can change the title of that. And now we have all the data that BatchGeo is going to need to create the map. So let's go ahead and jump over and insert the data and create that map now. So to create that map, we are now going to copy this data and move it on over. So this button up here will select all the data that you have in the Excel sheet. Go ahead and right click and copy the data. Copy. And you can actually right click and paste. That's moved all the data into BatchGeo for us. Next, we're going to select validate. It's going to make sure that all those addresses are correct and set up the basic format of the map. Everything in here should be correct. Address is location, city, city, state, state, zip code, zip code. We are going to want to order them by year. So group by year. And lastly, we're going to make the map. Here we go. So again, this is a sample size here, so just a few of the actual locations. You'll actually see a lot more pins in yours, but it looks like this is pulled in, again, by year, which is great. Now lastly, we're going to save this here. You can title it whatever you'd like. And if you have a wish to describe it, and again, this is just for you, it's going to be emailed to you wherever you'd like it to be emailed. If you want it to add extra security, you can add a password. And again, that would be for HIPAA reasons. If you wish to add a password to it so only you can access it, and go ahead and save the map. This URL allows you to view it. So copy. So now you've created a BatchGeo, you'll be able to see exactly where patients are coming from, down to the street address. Again, there are several different tools in here. If you would like to play around with them, you can change settings to where the map looks a little bit different. You can actually see the data in here. If you click on each individual one, you'll see the location, the year, and the name of the patient. So if you do want to have a little bit more information, that's available to you. Again, you can do a cluster view. If you have many dots in here, it actually will show that larger map for you. And again, it's a great tool to use to find out exactly where you need to target your ad campaigns here in the future for Facebook and for all other paid advertisement. All right, so that's the way to make a general map for your practice and where your patients are coming from so we can target better. Now, a little advanced information, since if you've got that down and you want to take it another step, we can make more maps since you have this subscription for a month. In the year column, you can pull the exact same information from your patient management software, but instead of the year, you can place specific codes. So if you pull in the data, for instance, if you are a orthodontist, and you want to find out where all of your Invisalign starts are coming from. If you place that code in there, it'll map out exactly where those starts are coming from. So for instance, if Bonita Springs, all your starts are coming from that direction and not in Golden Gate, you don't want to waste your ad budget in Golden Gate for Invisalign ads. Again, it allows you to target just a little bit better and use your money wiser. So once you've made all the maps that you'd like to make, we can go ahead and cancel the service. We'll place this information in the support documentation. But if you go to batchgeo.com/admin/subscription, there'll be a cancel subscription button in there for you to delete your account.
That was pain-free, wasn't it? And you did it yourself.